Well, that was the fastest 3 hours I've had in a long time. I only meant to stay for 1 hour, but I came to the 1 year celebration of the King Gym in Bridgeport. 1 year he's been in business. You remember my conversation with him from a year ago. And it wasn't long after he first opened that he had to shut down. And boy, did he try to stay open. I remember that story. But I met a lot of people here who are full of hope. And we answered the question, why bodybuilding? Why weightlifting? With many of the people here today. I'm going to introduce you to a few of them. Enjoy. I'm talking with Bret Senecola. You remember him from about a year ago when he first opened the King Gym. It's been a wild ride. Well, first of all, good to see you again.
Thank you very much, George.
It's been a wild ride for the past year. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, unfortunately, during our first year, we had to close for 4 months because of the pandemic. I tried to open the business a couple times when I wasn't allowed to, and was told forcefully that I needed to close. Business license was threatened, so I did close. And it was difficult. But here we are. As far as I'm concerned, the pandemic is behind us,
Yeah.
and life is good. The gym is great. The members are amazing. They're just the greatest people. I am so appreciative of all my members from day one. The people, they're still here, and they're just fantastic.
You have branded yourself as the premier bodybuilding gym in the Philadelphia area, but I know some people come from a further distance, don't they?
They do. They do. We have members that live, in Bucks County. We have people that come on a regular basis from Delaware, from New Jersey, certainly southern Delaware County. A lot of people travel far to get here.
I noticed following your Instagram, you really are quite responsive to the desires of some of the bodybuilders here. I see you adding new equipment, selling equipment. How do you stay on the pulse of what people want? I mean, you're obviously talking to your members.
Yes. So I talk to the members all the time. More than that, I work out in the gym every day myself. Every day, all the loyal members know at 1 o'clock, Bret works out. So if you come between 1 and 3, you might stand at the front desk for 30 seconds before I notice you're there because I'm in the middle of a set. But I work out myself. So if there's a piece of equipment that's inadequate, I replace it with something that's better. When I'm out working out with people, I'll see what they're doing and how they're doing it. And when there's a problem, I'll replace it or get an additional piece. So I'm constantly upgrading the equipment, constantly keeping the business as good as it can possibly be.
Yeah. Being like the top bodybuilding gym in the area, what do you have to do to stay competitive?
I think it's mostly listening to your members and making it a conducive atmosphere to working out properly. People that come in, walk in the door happy, and then train hard. Anybody that wants to walk in with a smile on their face and then have a good workout is welcome. You don't have to be in great shape when you start. You'll be in better shape when you leave. And we have members that are absolute beginners, and we have members that are professional bodybuilders. And everybody works out together and everybody has a great time. And it's all about the atmosphere, the high energy in the room.
I noticed that. It's amazing coming here for the 1 year anniversary celebration. Talk to the person who is easily discouraged, has skinny arms, they're intimidated by gyms, they could never see themselves in a million years coming to a bodybuilding gym. Talk to that guy right there.
You shouldn't be afraid to come here. Anybody that wants to improve themselves is one of us. I mean, that's what we're all here for. We're all here to make ourselves better tomorrow than we were yesterday. And if you're a beginner, you are welcome. If you are advanced, you are welcome. And everybody in between. There's no reason not to come here if you want to make yourself better.
I love it. Thank you, Bret, and continued success with King Gym in Bridgeport, PA.
Thank you, George.
I'm talking with Johnny Quinn, who is a record holder for bodybuilding in the what category?
IFBB men's wheelchair bodybuilding.
Wheelchair? I've only got you from about here up. They can't see the wheelchair.
Absolutely, yep. There's 4 wheels underneath me.
How long have you been in a wheelchair?
1998, which is how many years now? 23, 4? Yeah, June of 98, had my accident.
It was an accident.
Yeah. I had a motorcycle, left my work on lunch break, made it about a mile up the road going through an intersection, and a lady in a minivan pulled out in front of me. I T-boned right beside her minivan and lights out. And pretty much broke almost every bone in my body, but my spinal cord, I shattered my vertebrae, and it shredded my spinal cord, so it cut the signal off and left me paralyzed from like right below my chest down. And given a 10% chance to live, the odds weren't too good, but I managed to survive, and had to pretty much learn how to live life, learn to live all over again in a wheelchair.
Well, I'm talking with the people who are providing the food for this one-year celebration. What is your name?
My name is Nakaya.
And what is your business?
It is the Frozen Spoon, LLC, in Norristown.
Frozen Spoon
The
in
Frozen
Norristown.
Spoon water ice bar.
What a perfect time to open up a business.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We were mobile for a while. We went from brick and mortar to mobile, and now we're going back brick and mortar. My husband is a crazy person. But yeah, I like it. It's nice. And I think that the location is great. We have the bike trail right in front of us. We have 25,000, I think, cars in traffic coming right alongside of us, the Danauer Bridge, every day. So yeah, it's a beautiful spot. I can't wait to open it up and get everybody in.
What are you doing here today?
Today, we are here cooking out. Bret wanted to, show some appreciation to his customers, his clients. So we're here feeding the masses. Having some fun.
Any special secrets that you want to reveal?
No.
That is a trick question.
But we will be opening very soon. We do have our Facebook page. The Frozen Spoon is everywhere. We'll be building an Instagram page coming soon. And I will be giving Bret all of our information for our grand opening. So everyone with the King family will also know what is going on with the grand opening of the Frozen Spoon.
I'm talking with Miles at the King Gym, and let's bust some myths about bodybuilding.
Sure. All right.
It's not just for the young, it's not just for men, is it?
No, not at all. As far as for just for the young, I'm turning 46 this summer. So I think that it's great if you're already doing it when you're young to continue, certainly. But if you haven't, there's no time like the present to start. And I think a lot of it also has to do with what does bodybuilding mean? You don't have to bodybuild to compete. You don't have to bodybuild to look great. Ultimately, bodybuilding, in my opinion, it serves a couple different purposes. Number one, you want to be able to feel good about yourself. Number two, you want to be healthy and strong. It's functional, but there's also a community. And, you'll see other people while you're out, especially in today's age, where it's so obvious when someone takes care of themselves. And you see someone when they're out, and you don't have to be, big strapping guy or gal. You can just sense, that person over there, they know what it's like to push themselves and work hard and to gain a sense of pride and satisfaction from that.
I noticed there's a camaraderie here that I don't see in like the chain gyms. Tell me about that camaraderie. It seems like everyone here is like really super friendly, and it's the opposite of what the average person out there would think.
Absolutely. So there are all sorts of different kinds of gyms, and I don't mean to disparage any of them. If you're going and you're working out, that's fantastic. Keep doing it. But when you go to small, independently owned gyms, you'll find that there is a sense of community that doesn't exist at large gyms. Typically, people go to large gyms, they'll make friends, they'll work out together, and that's great. They'll also work out alone, but a lot of times they're set up for people who are going in before or after work. That's it. When you work out in an independently owned gym like King Gym, you start to realize that there are people behind the weights. There are actual human beings that you can interact with. And I think that it comes from the sense that it doesn't have a corporate environment. It doesn't have that aesthetic, that sterile aesthetic that oh, this was designed by someone remote in some other corner of the country or the world. You go in and you realize, you know what? This is a personality unto itself. And it's something that I can feel. It resonates within.
Give some hope to the easily discouraged, those people that are thinking, I've always wanted to try bodybuilding, I wanted to get into weightlifting, I'm kind of intimidated, I've never done it before, I don't feel right. Talk to that guy right in that camera right there.
Sure. I think there are a couple different things to say. Number one is, if you're insecure, just know this: everybody is. Everyone. If you talk to a bodybuilder who is competitive and they're about to step on stage, they will feel so nervous about how they look. And you're going through that contest prep process, you need the support of other people, because otherwise your mind plays tricks on you. So that's number one. And number two, everybody who walks through that door has done something that 85% of our country doesn't do. If you walk through that door, you belong there. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter how old or how young. It doesn't matter your ethnicity or your gender or sexuality. When you go in there, you're there because you're trying to do something to be better. The people who come in are trying to push themselves. They want a sense of pride and satisfaction from going beyond what they have done before. And that could be hopping on the treadmill for the first time ever. It could be going on the Stairmaster for 30 minutes when you did 25 the last time. It could be increasing the amount of weight you're lifting. It doesn't matter what it happens to be. You're pushing yourself beyond what you could do, what you thought you could do before.
I love it. Thank you, Miles.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
And a final word to somebody who's watching right now as the No Excuses guy. Give some hope to somebody right now.
Well, whatever you're going through right now, you might not be going through what I went through, paralysis or anything, but whatever it is in your life is that important and holding you back. Just look at, all I've been through and was able to overcome a 10% chance of just being able to live and being told I'd never walk again. And for me, like I said, I put my faith in God. That's the source of all my strength. That's the foundation that I was able to build my life back together on. And you really can't get more of a solid foundation than that. So I don't know where you are in your level of faith, but for me, that's the source of my strength, knowing that God's always there. I've experienced the comfort that He can give you when you're at your worst, when you're down to rock bottom. No one else could tell me anything that was going to make me feel better, but once I turned it to God, I was able to feel that His Spirit in me to comfort me and give me the strength I needed to get through. So that would be my main source, is my faith. And on top of that, surround yourself with positive people that are going to be there to lift you up when you're having tough times as well. For me, I had a good family to go home to, brothers, sisters. So I always had that support system, to help me, lift me up when I needed it the most. So that's the other very important thing. And the last thing is just, you got to just believe in yourself and just not give up no matter how hard it gets, and just continue to push on, because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I know you don't see it now, but for me, 10% chance to live to 23 years later, I forget, however, my life is better than ever. And that's no BS. And I know it might sound corny, but I never thought I would say that. I would tell you, I thought my life was over when this first happened. But like I said, one day at a time, and just doing all I can do in my part and put my faith in God. there's nothing else that you really need to do. He's got to make a way out of no way. So get your mind right, get that mindset, change, get out of the negative and try to focus on the positive that you have, and just watch yourself continue to grow every day and just continue to build off that. Johnny Quinn, IFBB professional wheelchair bodybuilder.
There you have it, folks. Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you. Awesome.
Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other. So far as the echo, where do we start? You can learn to discover a million stars. Here in the shadows, I know you're scared. Take my hand, together we'll make a stand. We've got to fight to find a way. Dare to fall to find out what to say. No more hate. Just admit that you're just afraid. Time to let go of all your fears and pride. Stand up beside me, don't you hide. We can build a better place. If we can just find a way, then we can live a better day. Rise from the ashes, from the anger, from the war. Let's come together, lift your spirit for the cause. We should be equal, should be living free. All together, one and all, let's build a dream. Just admit that you're just afraid. Let go of all your fears and pride. Stand up beside me, don't you hide. We can build a better place. If we can just find a way, then we can live a better day. 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 Rise from the ashes, from the anger, from the war. Let's come together, lift your spirit for the cause. We should be equal, should be living free. All together, one and all. All together, one and all. All together, one and all. Let's live a better day.